Greetings, everyone, and welcome to the new Social Worker Magazine series titled Vision, Intention, Strategy, Your Social Work Mentor. My name is Dr. Veronica Hardy, and I have a question for you. Has spirituality ever come up during services that you provide to clients or broader entities? If the topic of spirituality came up, what was your response? Did you feel a sense of apprehension, or did you feel fully present and engaged in probing and taking opportunities to learn more? Well, if you have ever felt apprehensive, I have some tips for you about spirituality and social work practice. Now, let's think about how spirituality affects many areas of people's lives. It is one of those systems that is related to diversity. NASW Code of Ethics encourages us to engage from a standpoint of cultural humility. In other words, to be in a position of ongoing learning and to view the people that we serve as experts in their own experiences. So when we think about spirituality, it can touch many aspects of a person's life. For example, it can affect the clothes someone wears, their choices around food, the type of school that they may choose to attend. So overall, spirituality is a system that can significantly impact a person's life. Now, one of the first points of contact that we have with clients is the assessment. And that's when we are gaining information at that point in time about that individual. And we are able to gain information about the various systems that are influencing that person's life and realizing how those systems tend to interconnect. Now, it is important to understand how spirituality may be one of those systems. So when we gather information during that assessment and we find that spirituality is a key influence in that person's life, what do we do next? How do we apply that information? How do we use it for the intervention planning process? Well, I have a few insights that I have gained throughout my career that I would like to share with you. Tip number one is to start with you. Engage in your own self-awareness about the role of spirituality, if any, in your life. How has it impacted you? Overall, gaining your own cultural awareness and spiritual awareness knowledge. Tip number two, has spirituality ever come up in sessions that you provide or services that you engage in? Reflect back. If it has, in what ways did you respond? Were you very engaged, fully present, proactive in posing questions to gain deeper information? Or did you feel a sense of apprehension or discomfort in engaging in those discussions? In other words, did you experience a sense of self-doubt, thinking, well, I might not know enough about this topic to really have this discussion? So explore if there are any feelings of apprehension and where the source of those feelings may come from. And that leads me to tip number three, to enhance your knowledge, especially if you have felt a sense of hesitancy or apprehension when providing services. So think about ways that you can enhance your knowledge, whether it's through additional coursework, trainings, webinars that you can obtain to learn more about the spiritual integration of this particular diversity-related system in social work practice. And I always have to stress, review your NASW Code of Ethics, your agency handbooks, and other relevant and legal documents to help guide you as far as ethics and practice implications when you are engaging from the perspective of spirituality. Now, let's think about tip number four. Understand a person's perception and the role of spirituality in their life. For example, you may have a specific way that you define spirituality for your life, but it could be very different for someone else's. So you want to ask questions around what is their definition? How do you define spirituality? What is the role of spirituality in your life? How has it influenced the types of decisions that you make? Those are examples of probing questions that can enable you to learn more about the people who you are providing services to and the role that spirituality has had. I hope these tips have been helpful, and until next time, everyone, take care.